Hello everybody, today I'm doing movies to watch on Netflix part 3. These, like I've said before, is where I do the UK and the US, but I'll also say if the movies are on the UK and the US. So first off, let's start with the UK. Got Netflix on in the background today. We're starting with The World's End. The World's End is the final film in the Cornetto trilogy, done by Edgar Wright with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, and it is one of my favourites of 2013. Fantastic film, very, very funny, a depressing theme to it as well, but a really great, fun and well choreographed fight scenes as well. So that's the first one, that's on the UK Netflix. And then we have The Guest, which is on UK, US, done by Simon Barrett and Adam Wingard. It's a thriller, horror, about a guy that returns saying that he was fighting with the son in this war and that he's come back just to see the family and see how they're getting on. But there's not something quite right there, and it turns into this fun, silly, with some very dark humour to it, but it's a great thriller. Yeah, I'm explaining these really well today. Next one up is one that I've already spoken about before, but it was only on the US Netflix before, and now it's on the UK one, so that's The Babadook, which is a very slow burn horror that didn't feel the need to have jump scares thrown at you all the time, and is very effective with everything that it does. So yeah, that's one to definitely check out. Next up is An American Werewolf in London, one of the best werewolf films done by John Landis. Great horror, very fun, and one of my favourites. Like with these lists that I do, it's going to be some mainstream films and some films that I just think everyone should check out, and An American Werewolf in London is one of those. Next one up is Reanimator, which is on UK and US Netflix, which is about this guy that wants to reanimate dead bodies, and there's some very funny things in this. His name is Herbert West, I think, or yeah, Herbert West. There's very weird things in there, but it's great. There is a trilogy. There's Reanimator, Bride of Reanimator, and there's another one, but only Reanimator is on Netflix, but it's one that you should definitely check out. Next one up is one of my favourite films of last year, that is Killers. It's on UK and US Netflix, which is of this man that watches this guy make these snuff films, but then the man begins to contact him and he's going to go out and make his own things, but he's going to make these snuff films of going after people that are doing disgusting and wrong things, and it's just a fantastic film, an Indonesian film, and Japanese, but one that you should definitely check it out. It's very disturbing, but very well done. Next one up is Coherence. I'm just going through UK. I will say when I've got to US, but Coherence is a sci-fi which is about these people that they're in this house, they're having a party, there's a power cut, and they go outside to find out what's going on, but then find a house where they are in the house as well. The exact same people are in the house, and it's quite a mindfuck of a movie. It has some creepy moments to it, but it's one that is a really interesting sci-fi. Next one is Common, which is on UK and US Netflix. This is a TV movie, but one that thinks about its cinematography very well. It is about a boy who just goes with his friends to get some pizza, but one of the friends decides to stab someone, and he is involved in that, and he's sort of just got to turn people into the police, and there's all these crazy things and how the law works. But it's really great, and one of the best TV movies, and it was just a blind watch for me, but I was very surprised by it. Next one is one of my favourite animations from Disney Animation, Wreck-It Ralph, which is on UK Netflix. Just a great computer game movie that is a lot of fun, and I love it. I collected so much merchandise from Wreck-It Ralph, but it's a great animation, and one that everyone needs to check out. I feel like a lot of people do talk about it, but I still feel like it's very underrated, which it's made by the same people that did Frozen, and Frozen gets talked about more, but Wreck-It Ralph should be the one that gets spoken about more. Next one up is Airplane, which is just an hilarious comedy that everyone needs to watch, but just one of my favourites that makes me laugh every single time I watch it, and everyone should check it out. Next one up is Tucker and Dale vs. Evil, a great self-aware comedy horror which is on UK and US. And this is about two rednecks who get pretty much wrong because they take this person, and then there's all these gang of teenagers that think they're doing wrong, but everything just gets taken out of context, and it's just really funny and just very over the top, very gory, and I just love this for just being a very fun film. Next one is Super 8, done by J.J. Abrams, which I feel is quite an underrated sci-fi. It's like people compared it to the Goonies. It's these kids want to make it a Super 8 movie, and then an alien coming down. It's just fun, really like well made, and one of the best sci-fi films, well, one of the best kids sort of sci-fi films that I think everyone should check out. Next one up is The Mist, which is about these people in the supermarket. It's a Stephen King book, and then all these monsters and these tentacle things start to attack the supermarket. It's a pretty crazy film. I love there's all these weird creature creations in the film when all these are flying at the supermarket, but it's really well done. And yeah, I really enjoy that one, and one that everyone should check out. Very depressing ending to it though. I think it's a different ending to the book, but it's a great ending. Next one is 50-50, with Seth Rogen and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, about Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character having cancer. It's a very funny film about what Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character can do with having the cancer. Seth Rogen is great in it. It's also a very emotional film. I saw this in the cinema and just loved it, and yeah, it's one that people should check out. Next one is one of my favourite films, which is on UK and US Netflix. That is Clerks. Clerks is from Kevin Smith. It's about these store clerks working in this very small store. One of them works in a rental shop as well. There's many great. This is a very quotable movie and a very well written movie, very funny, and there's this whole thing with the Star Wars conversation in there as well that I absolutely love. Like, what if the Death Star didn't get blown up? And just it's a great film that everyone needs to check out. That's all the UK films. Now we are going on to US. With the UK list, there's a lot. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff that was on UK and US. With the US list, none of these on the UK, so sorry everyone. But I was going to say this today. If there's any other people in other countries that want me to talk about movies in their countries, then I will do that, because I can search out that stuff and look at all the other Netflixes. So tell me if you want me to talk about movies in your country, and I will do that. But let's get on to the US list. So first up is The Box Trolls from Liger Animations. It's a beautiful stop motion animation from the people that did Coraline and Paranorman. It's very, very funny about this boy called Egg who has grown up with these box trolls. They live in all these cardboard boxes. That's why it's called The Box Trolls. But it's just very, very well done stop motion animation, and I had a lot of fun with this when I saw it in cinema. Haven't watched it since, but it's one that stayed in my mind because I loved it for everything it does. Next one up is Nightcrawler with Jake Gyllenhaal. Just a fantastic film that is very, very dark, and about this man getting to all these crime scenes to film for news stations before the police get there, and yeah, that's what the Nightcrawler is. All these different news stations that have to get to things and film the crimes and all killings and murders and stuff, and Jake Gyllenhaal his character gets a bit too far into doing what he does, but I loved it, and it's a brilliant, with the cinematography beautiful in it. There's a really great chase scene in it. It is a great film. Next one up is Housebound, a New Zealand horror, which is about a girl that is on house arrest, but while she's on house arrest there's some creepy things that start to happen. She has to go to her mum's house and there's some creepy things that start to happen there. It's very funny, very creepy at moments. I saw this at Fright Fest last year. There wasn't many people in there, but it was one that more people need to check out. And yes, it's creepy, funny, and has a very gory finale, but great one. Next one up is Django Unchained, from Quentin Tarantino, Jamie Foxx and Christoph Waltz, that more people should. I feel like it's one that people do speak about, but it's one that people haven't spoken about recently with Quentin Tarantino. So it's a great Western, and I'm excited to see with Quentin Tarantino doing a Western now. But it's one that if you haven't seen it, then you should check it out. Next one is Faults. I also saw at Fright Fest last year. We've talked about Fright Fest. This is the last video I'm doing this week before I get onto all the Fright Fest videos, because Fright Fest starts on Thursday. So we do Fright Fest videos. But yeah, Faults is quite a mindfuck of a movie about this man that has to go and save this woman, and he has to keep her in a hotel room for days to try and the mum and dad want to save her because she's gone into this weird cult, and he's got to try and get her out of the cult. And then halfway through the movie starts to play as she talks to the man about the cult, and it just starts to get very crazy and weird. At first I wasn't completely invested in this movie, and then when it got around the end I was completely surprised, and that's the great thing that Faults does. Next one up is Zombievers. I've got quite a lot of Fright Fest stuff in here because Zombie was one that I saw as well. Zombievers is ridiculous. Is Zombie Beavers exactly what it says in the name? It's ridiculous. It's very self-aware. It's very silly, and I just love it for being a different take on the zombie genre with having zombies as beavers as zombies instead, and it's one that people should check out. Next one is Wormwood: Road of the Dead, which is Mad Max in a way with zombies, and it's so much fun. It's very, very funny, and I loved it when I saw it. Next one up is Troll Hunter, one of the best found footage movies, which is Norwegian, I believe. Hope I got that right, but it's about troll hunting. These students are going to find out about these things that have been happening in this other country, and then they find a man that hunts trolls, and it gets all very weird. The special effects are great on this film. They do all these different takes on all the different trolls that there are, and I just loved it. It's one lots more people to check out. Next one is The Host, one of my favourite monster movies. It's a Korean monster movie about these people. This monster comes out of the water and takes this man's daughter. Just rhymed right there. That was good. And he's got to try and get her back from this, and all this monsters going around the city, just wreaking havoc, and it is just so much fun. Next one up is a stop-motion animation from Aardman Animation, who did Shaun the Sheep and Wallace and Gromit. That's Chicken Run. Chicken Run has Mel Gibson in it as well. He voices one of the chickens. But Chicken Run is a really, really fun stop-motion animation. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I was going through Netflix right now, and I was like, yes, more people need to watch that, because I feel like many people haven't watched it as well. But it's one that more people need to watch because it's a great stop-motion claymation. And yeah, that's that. Next one up is The Wolf of Wall Street from Martin Scorsese, starring Leonardo DiCaprio. I saw this twice in the cinema. It's 3 hours long, but it's the most fun, the funnest 3 hours I have ever had. That didn't even sound right, I think. Yeah, but it's the most fun I've had with 3 hours, and I think the second time I saw it, it flew by again. And it's ridiculous. Has a crazy story. It's a true story as well. And the guy that it's based on is actually a massive arsehole in real life. But it's a very fun one, and just Jonah Hill is brilliant in it as well. But yeah, that's The Wolf of Wall Street. Next one up is The Double from Richard Ayoade, who did Submarine. And The Double is with Jesse Eisenberg and the girl that was also in Submarine. The Double is about a man seeing his double at work, which was also, it was based on the book The Double, but Enemy was also based on that book. But yeah, he sees a guy at work, because Enemy was where a man saw himself in a film. The Double is where a man sees a copy of himself at his job. It's very weird, beautifully shot, and it's very funny as well. Next one up is I Saw the Devil. I'm wearing an I Saw the Devil t-shirt as well today. I only watched this 2 nights ago, and this is a brilliant revenge Korean film that everyone needs to check out. A serial killer revenge film, beautifully shot and just crazy. I keep saying beautifully shot, but I've put some stuff on here that is beautifully shot. It's crazy, it's over the top, it's very depressing and disturbing, and has one scene including an Achilles heel, which is pretty disgusting, but I just never get bored of this movie. Next one up, this is one that I put on here because when I did the first movies to watch on Netflix, I put Best Worst Movie on there, which is the documentary on Troll 2. So here's a movie if you're sat around with your friends, you're just hanging out, and you want to laugh at a ridiculous movie that wanted to be serious, watch Troll 2. That's the next one up. Troll 2 is ridiculous. If anyone remembers that scene where the kid goes, "They're eating her, then they're going to eat me. Oh my god." That's Troll 2. That's what that's mostly known for, but Troll 2 is just ridiculous and everyone should check it out. And the final film on US Netflix is Compliance. Compliance is based on a true story of a man that phoned up, I think it was a McDonald's or a Chick-fil-A. He phoned them up and said that he was a police officer, and that one of their employees had stolen money from a woman, and that they wanted to take the employee out the back and strip search her, and that's as far as I'm going to get into it. There's all the CCTV stuff online. After I saw this film, I searched out more. It's really messed up, but Compliance does it in a really interesting way, and it's a very disturbing film. It was like, I saw it in the cinema, and it's one of the most uncomfortable cinema experiences I've had, but it's one that many people need to check out. And yeah, that is my movies to watch on Netflix. I'm going to try and get these out monthly because Netflix are always adding new stuff, and I like making these videos, and I hope you like them. Say in the comments down below if you do like these, and if you want me to make more, and if you do want me to talk about your country, say what country you're from, and I will look into those countries and see what you have in your Netflixes. So that, yeah, Netflixes, yeah. That's all for today. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again very soon. Goodbye.